is going to be a lot tighter, and their individual ability is like very, very solid. So I would expect them to have a pretty good series here. We'll kick things off with the pistol. They'll be on the CT side, big, North on that T side, and they're going to be soon arriving at the party, the fountain, but first they must get through the playground. And Xantares awaits on the other side of it, and he is not going to allow them to use the toys, the rides, and instead he'll be taken down. Xantares and Dennis will leave the A side of the map. I don't know, James.
Godby still got his grenades. He's spotting a long position for the time being, but all those grenades are gone. All but one, of course, as North start to move into the site. Maybe they can pick up a grenade to help maybe smoke off something. tabseN is stuck in the corner. There's TUC needs to reload, though, showing some presence, but now he's alone. That's all the presence, and it's all the presence there was towards the end there for Big. Nothing doing on the pistol round for them. And I was hoping they'd win the pistol purely because I wanted to see the makeup of Big early on the C2 side. Often in the pistol, in the anti-force buy round, Godby will be in connector with an automatic shotgun or an MP9. So I wanted to see if there was a significant change to Big's formation with tabseN under tabseN's premiership, if you will. But maybe we'll have to wait a few more minutes for that. Double scout force buy from the likes of Big. Deagle's out as well. And they've got a lot of utility, and we know that they are one of those teams who knows how to use it. Dennis will be long A with one of the scouts, and tabseN will be outside the toilets with the other one. The shorter range weapons will be all in the B-bomb sites.
The thing with the scouts, though, is you have to get the damage in early in the round. So playing this passively is slightly worrying. Dennis is the only one that has the ability to do that. He's going to get a lick of damage, but at this point, the rest of the A side of the map is pretty much up for grabs. Obviously, North don't necessarily realize this. They're going to get full rotate into the B-bomb site. And this is likely a response because they don't want to run into the scout. You know, they don't want to get tagged up, and there's a lot of distance to get to the A-bomb site. And Big have actually made a gamble here, and they've gone towards the A side, and they've stacked it. And it's going to be a brutal surprise for them because North are coming into that B side, and they are looking pretty strong with all these SMGs and AKs as well.
Minimal damage done. Gade, the only person who is vulnerable in terms of HP, but they're all vulnerable to a crossfire. Xantares waiting a little too long with his grenade. So far, so good for Tizian. 2 headshots for him. Big North trying to get through the choke point, and now the scouts are activating at short range. 20 seconds, and the bomb needs to get planted. Someone needs to collect it first. Smoke's being deployed, then it's being boosted. Should be a chance for the bomb to get planted, but close range. Can Big use the numbers to take Valde out? He's down to a USP, and he's completely exposed, but they're still just dodging a little bit through the wall. Godby. Oh my God, what a disaster. They dodged the scouts for the most part until they got to the B-bomb site, and Big are ready for this second round. After their previous match, I went to the bathroom, and almost everybody was in there apart from Godby, who was talking to Sue, and they were all screaming and whooping and having a fantastic time in the toilets, which sounds kind of weird, but they were really excited. They were happy that they had won that game, and now they are ready. I think that's just some pressure released. By no means is their job over, but still, I think they're in good spirits.
Yeah, you can see tabseN's reaction is because they weren't supposed to win that round. Not even close. They were they stacked the A-bomb site. North had a full buy, well, as full as you can have at that point of the game, and they all rushed through short, and they lost the round somehow. That really doesn't make any sense. So yeah, that's part of the reason tabseN's so hype, and also he really wants to get into the heads of North. And North is a team where you can get into their heads a little bit, so it's definitely an edge to be had. So definitely, you know, I'm happy about the noises erupting from the big camp. The creep there towards the bathrooms. tabseN's in position. He looks pretty confident here. He can fall back. He's got some good space to work with. Teammate will smoke off Divider as well, so there's not really a way for North to get close to tabseN without taking some severe damage, and tabseN is going to be right behind the smoke. Oh, are they going to burst through here? Is he going to be ready for this? All there, they're ready to go. Is there a flashbang from somebody? No, no flashbang, but the smoke will go away and they'll at least take a frag. So that's, I suppose, best case for them. But Big are off now. Bigger building a good economy, and tabseN can pick up the AWP. Oh, he can't actually afford one. Actually, no one can. Okay, so never mind. He's actually going to go and have to put rifle instead. That's a bit sad, but it's okay.
Sad for half the people on the server. Only half. AZ has a Galil, and the rest of the team have the rest of the team have AKs for North. They've got a reasonable level of grenades. They can take map control relatively safely. We've got the HE being lined up for Valde, which goes to the sandbag position where you jump peek. You saw the Kerrigan era phase use those quite a lot with 2 players. And indeed, you can see them lined up with Valde and Gade. But Xantares' presence in short B would suggest that there's no one jump peeking. So those grenades should not be needed just yet. 3 players wait for Big on the B bomb site, and the players on A are pretty far back at the moment. Trying to get an idea of maybe a fast play for North. There will be some smoke. Xantares still alive, but taking some damage. Down to 1 HP. He could be killed by a flashbang.
Some damage. All the damage. So North, they're not really putting any presence towards the A side of the map, so Big don't have to question that, and they can get themselves a solid defense on this B side. It'll be difficult for North to get in. The fact is that they have no utility as well. They've got 3 smokes, but 3 smokes is not enough. You need at least a couple Molotovs and a flashbang or 2 as well on top of that to really break this site, unless you're in a situation where you just hit every headshot. But Big have so many players here, they should be prepared to defend pretty effectively, although North did force them to dump their own utility. So see what they can do on the lineup. Oh, that's absolutely devastating. Dennis picks up 2. And now it's just on Yugi against the 3. I don't think this is going to go too well for him. 20 seconds of time pressure's there as well. And Tapson pushes the smoke. Smart move from him. And that will be the round there for the likes of Big. So they're off to the perfect start that they needed. They need this against North.
Leggy has turned into Flavor Flav. He is the hype man for Big. He was the one who was screaming in the toilets. I walked in there and he said, "James effing Bardolph." So good spirits for them. A slow start for North, but it is a best of 3, and it's very, very early in this first map, so they won't be terribly concerned. I love the level of shouting that we're seeing at this LAN. I haven't seen this so consistently from so many different teams in the LAN for a very long time. So this is pretty awesome. There's a slight technical pause. Look how happy God B is. This is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the immense thing is about this, to your point, is that the journey for these teams is such a long one. It's not just getting through the minors and then getting to the major. And if you do that, that's already, you know, a good 2-month stretch. It's all the time before that in which you've been building up towards this and qualifying for, you know, this position. You know, that is like a significant portion of your playing year that you put, you know, the focus on this one goal, this one event. And going through the minors, you know, it's that the minors themselves are so stacked that, you know, it's difficult to make it all the way through. And so it's good to see that. And Big need it. This is their redeeming moment, really. I think if, you know, Big are crashing out of the minors, then that's going to be. I know we'll see some changes probably in that team. So it's do or die for them.
Oh yes, give me the meats. I'll take it. Reuben sandwich, very nice. No Kevlar for any of these North players. No flashes, no grenades of any kind. Just 2 Deagles, 2 P250s. 2 pairs of pistols. And Yugi's on the Glock because his priority is the AWP. Gorby will start to move back as he knows that they have conceded the inside of the toilets, and the numbers game could be abused at close range on the outside. And nobody wants that, at least not on Big. Got a potential crossfire of his teammate. There's a run boost, and that will keep Big out for far too long. And that is a chance for North. They haven't lost a player just yet. Now they can swarm the second player. And now they could look at trying to win the round. Gopi was baited by one player on the outside, peeked by the players on the inside. And now it's a really bad situation for Big.
Yeah, this is not easy, but they can, or they should be able to get up the stairs at least, but maybe not. The Deagle's coming into play now, and Kirby's picked himself up in M4, so it's getting harder and harder as time goes on for Tizian. Look at the harassment there. Tizian knows that he's just being distracted, and there's the flank.
What a catastrophe. What a catastrophe. Somebody called the UN. They lost so many rifles, they didn't get enough frags. They got 1 frag in an anti-eco round. They had no grenades, no pistols, nothing. Just purely moving the pieces around in the right place. One person flying on the outside just to draw the weapons away, to plant the CTs and make them follow with their crosshairs, and then they come out from the inside a simple bait and switch. They swarm the site, they lose nobody at that point, they get the second kill as well, unable to fall back, and it just goes from bad to worse. Where have all the smiles gone? Someone's popped all the balloons at the party.
Yeah, that's the problem as well. You know, if you get too hype, you know, the Counter-Strike is such where stuff like that is going to happen. And that's going to like sap all your energy.
Someone fell on the cake before they said happy birthday, and now everybody's sad. That is a... well, now they've got to wait for a technical pause as well, which is not well timed. He hasn't gone into his zone just yet.
Oh. I thought he was going to...
I want somebody to remove bottle caps for me.
I thought he was actually just going to put the ball in his mouth, like do it all for him.
You can make baby noises. So we can see Gobi's focus to the wrong side. That is a beautiful bait from North. A team who should look like a more well-oiled machine at this point. And they played that one really, really well. All the scenarios went well for them as well. The fact they survived with 4 players alive and took at least 3 rifles is insane to me. But that is just that's a huge win for them early. Looks like somebody needs some help. So North obviously they're a heavy favourite in this series. I guess they're waving to players on the other side. So Big's opponent is to their right-hand side from their POV, or our left. So the teams playing the other match are facing them. So they're having some fun while they can't talk during the technical pause. So there was a tech pause yesterday for quite a long time. So I do feel like, I was just talking to Devilwalk actually, that maybe there should be a limit on how long a team can't talk for during a technical pause, because otherwise things could get out of hand. Yeah,
we've seen it in some situations at the majors where like it can stretch for a very long period of time, like 15, 20 minutes, and all of a sudden you're in a situation where I don't know, it just gets weird, doesn't it? It's just weird. It's like I'm not allowed to talk.
Yeah, you can't talk. You
don't
have your phones. You can't, check the gram. So how do you hold your level of concentration?
Meditation.
Maybe bring a book along.
Or Rubik's Cube in some cases.
Okay, so there is a server issue which needs to be resolved. Thank you for the team at the back to communicate that with me. For communicating that with me. I can speak English on occasion. So hopefully that will be resolved shortly. That's a lovely color for a mouse. It's like a baby blue. Where are these mice for me, Zowie? Where are these mice for me? Give me one of these mice. What do I use? The EC2?
You got to buy them like everyone else.
So there will be a server restart and restore of a round, and then we will be back into it. So we've got a few minutes. And maybe this will be a relief after all, after a brutal round. You can't frag only one player on an eco round for your opponent. That's not really a thing. And you can see Godby's out of here.
Back to the beach.
He has left the building. He's having an out-of-body experience.
Flying over to the other team's booth and looking at the
strap cables. He's chewing the cables.
Which team was it? Which coach was it? Was it
maybe he's like
Starks
Brand,
who did that?
He's Brand Stark. He's walking into a rat and biting the cables on the other side. If you could walk into an animal, what kind of animal would it be?
Golden eagle.
A golden eagle. And what would you do? Just fly around?
Fly around and just wreck everything. Just, I mean, what else do you do as a golden eagle? Just the king of the skies, man.
Just murder cats. I mean, cats.
Is it really murder? I don't think it's murder. It's just dinner, isn't it?
I suppose. It takes on a different meaning.
Dude, you need to look at more of that, that Instagram channel.
I'm not doing it.
Nature is metal.
No. So anyone who follows me on Twitter know that I'm a fan of the Nature is Scary channel. I like it because it's real, man. This is real stuff out there.
Yeah, but you can't handle the realist stuff.
There's a channel on Instagram which is
Nature is metal.
Really defines the hashtag no filter, and I can't. I won't follow that channel.
I think they got taken off or like suspended a couple times. I heard, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. But yeah, it's like the same thing, but it's just nature, man.
I'll pass. It's a hard pass on that one. That's just too much for me.
You can't handle.
For me.
It's too much real.
It is too much real. It is.
I did see something earlier. I was like, I can't do. Like, this is the first one. I'm like, oh
You haven't
god.
explained what it was yet.
I don't want to, because you
It's
need
that
to see
bad?
it. You gotta share my pain. You don't get to cheat like that. You gotta do it like the rest of us.
I'm not going to look at whatever that is. I refuse. I can't do it.
It's just
Can't
something
do it,
eating
Captain.
something else. It's just, but it's. I mean, I can't. I just can't.
Okay. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. So what else is happening at the moment? Let's have a quick look.
I think the people on the green. I think the people on the green room on the Instagram channel just heard you say that's awful. Oh my god.
The Massports and Sprouts are 1-1 at the moment.
Yeah.
They are 7-8 at half time, it would appear. And so here is the awesome. This is the Sprout Massports game.
nice.
So we've got something to watch. This is great. Thanks, production.
Nice.
This is awesome. So it's 8-8. Mr. Bit
Yeah.
is in a pickle, it seems.
Screw that last game. Let's do this. All right. So
Massports have had a real struggle at this minor so far.
the struggles.
And it seems to be a familiar theme with them. They don't really seem to do as well. I mean, yeah, they don't seem to do as well as they should.
As long as they win, I guess that's okay then.
Yeah, but will they? This is the last map.
Walk 21 for 11. Yeah.
You like to see that.
The walk stick is so mad because walk 6 sensitivity is unbelievable. It's like 12 centimeters for a 360, which is insane.
To aim with precision is quite something. I know some players would use their index finger, for example, on a mouse pad to try and slow down their aim for some kind of precision shooting. But when you're that high, how on earth do you do that?
All finger aiming. It is really interesting. Okay, well, this is an easy anti-eco, it would appear. So, not too much for us to talk about. We don't have the context of how the game's played out so far.
What if you could have like a mouse, right? That was basically.
Tuned in for the one anti-eco round.
You know when you check it.
Nice.
You know when you check your pulse, they put something on your finger, I think, like a little device on your finger. What if like that could be your mouse and you could have a sensor underneath it or something a little larger? So rather than use your whole hand for a mouse, you could have it on a finger.
Wait, what?
He even raised his microphone for his breathing.
What, touchpad?
No,
You
not
want a-
pad,
you want a
something that's
touchpad?
on your finger. So it's like you slide your finger into it and then you can just
Into what? What are you sliding your finger into?
a device that you can use as a mouse. Instead of holding a mouse with your hand, you have something on your finger with a sensor underneath it. You're trolling me, aren't you? I can see you smiling.
I don't understand.
So I can see that smile. I know what that smile means. Smile means idiot mode.
You can't say that anymore, James. You can't say that word.
Well, it's 2019. I can't say idiot or mode. Which one? I can't say mode.
You can't say it. All right, we got the fist bumps.
The spread of bacteria from person to person.
Can't be that much from the back of your hands.
Who knows, man? There's like millions in your mouth, right? Millions of bacteria.
Well, most of them are keeping your mouth being your mouth. Doing good stuff. Breaking down stuff. Well, Big are looking to avoid being broken down by North here as we do get them going for that quick B push. And this time it looks like it's going to go significantly better than previously. Splats as the heads will be exploderized by the creeks, and that's a wrap. So that was nice and simple, nice and easy. 3-3.
Ooh, tilt shifts. Very nice. So we see the updated odds. North are looking pretty solid as far as GG bet are concerned. But will the story be that way, or will Big B re-energize from their W very recently? A bumpy start to this game of Overpass, but here they are now. Okay. Looks like we have that FPS issue, maybe? I don't know.
Volvo, please.
It's a very quick restore, so let's see what is happening. Well, it's not a restore yet. Everyone's got $800, so
Yeah.
we saw that kind of FPS slowdown now. I don't have confirmation. I'm just
Is
guessing
it for
that
the whole
the
server
11
or like
FPS bug.
I haven't experienced it.
Ever?
No. When did it come in?
I feel like more than a month ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't
mean,
experienced
I don't know for sure because what we see on the spectator client isn't necessarily what they see. So while there's like an FPS drop there, there isn't necessarily for the players. But at home, I know a number of people have an issue where the FPS just goes down to like 11 FPS, seemingly randomly. You have to like Alt-Tab or change res or something to fix it.
All right,
But,
just
yeah.
give us CSGO 3 already. Skip 2, straight to 3, please.
I think we should go back to condition 0 and
Well,
just play the one-player game.
Well, like most of the things you think.
Whoever clears,
stupid, James.
whoever clears it first. Let's do like time trials, like it's Ridge Racer.
I don't know, man.
No.
What was that idea you had earlier that was also just really
I'm full of
weird?
ideas.
It's just an idea that didn't make any sense. It was for Bardolph Land. I think it was for yesterday.
We should never revisit the ideas. They only exist in the moment, and then you got to move on.
They exist, and then that was it. You had to live it.
The Bulgarian National Revenue Agency have suffered a data breach.
You're reading the news now.
Extensive personal info and tax data on 5 million individuals with 471,000 unique email addresses have been included. So if your details are with the Bulgarian National Revenue Agency, then maybe you need to change your details. I haven't been to Bulgaria yet. I'd like to go to Sofia, though. You been to Bulgaria?
No, I haven't
You don't
actually.
look like a man who's been to Bulgaria.
What does a man who's been to Bulgaria look like?
Not you.
Very specific.
Okay, it looks like we will soon be back in the action. Fingers crossed! I haven't seen AZ on a deathmatch server for a while. Not to say he hasn't been on them. I've been in America, for one. But we used to bump into each other on an almost daily basis. Trying to knife each other on occasion. But anyway, I guess he's got better things to do. 3-3, here we are again. Tabson on the AWP. A 4-man investment from Big into the B bomb site, which isn't a terrible idea. In case they expect North may try to break their buy very, very quickly. That won't be the case, and they'll slowly move into a more reasonable position. But I think Xantares has been boosted, so if AZ tries to walk down these stairs, Xantares is going to have a very dirty angle on him. If we can get a look of Xantares' spot, that would be cool. There we go. Although AZ's got a sneaky jump. Xantares will crouch, so they know one player's over towards B. Not too concerning. However, they may feel like they need to rotate towards A if all they see is AZ.
I remember this from the earlier this year. Was it Big versus Cloud9 or FaZe at the E-League tournament, Invitational? They used this and then they got abused. After they used it once, they tried it a second time and got smacked down. I think against Cloud9 at the time. I think it was Zelstis actually that spotted it out. But Xantares is still chilling here, so I don't think that they have seen him, but he's seen AZ, of course.
What did he just smoke? Was it the door to connect up?
Yeah.
Okay, an unusual smoke. I wonder what North make of that.
Oh, dear. Okay, well, at least AZ saw where he died from. That's an important factor for future rounds. And they're going to just move quickly into the A bomb side here. Tizian trying to play anti-flash for the moment. Got B throwing out some shots. He's going to block Tabson's AWP, but looks like they're going to do the damage. The trades come out, but it's still very favorable here for Big. They'll pick it up. That seemed to go quite... That didn't really amount to anything for North. It seemed, I mean, Big had all the information the whole time when North were playing a very slow round, which is a huge issue.
Yeah, but I mean, it can be worrying. North were setting up they were showing presence towards A to try and pull rotation and go towards the bomb site. But I suppose Big Red, that is what they were doing. Smoke down in that connector position was interesting, but here we are. Big are back in the lead once again. They still need to build some money though. Lost too many players, so they haven't got any cash. Tabson was probably spotted there by Gade, going for some aggression. There's no fast play through connector though from North. So, we've got a cheeky angle from AZ, as you can see, on the second window. Now, how will North approach the remainder of this round? It's always nice to see the two-man setups towards A from Big, or any CT team, really. However, right now, Tabson is kind of the Lone Ranger, repositioning so he can fall back from long after taking a shot. He's flashed, and if he re-aggresses, it may come with risk. Oh, the flashbang's gone the wrong way, and he will have to fall back. There's no map control now for Big towards A. They'll have to hold from the site with minimal information. And AZ's got the short B position, I think. Or he's in connector for now, so this might be troublesome for Big to be in the right place at the right time.
Do 3 on A though, and there's definitely some information now going their way to keep those players on A. And 3 on A is enough really to defend this, as long as they, as I was going to say, take some forward shots. So they spotted more presence, and they know for sure now. And it looks pretty difficult now for North to get in. They're going to try to make it happen though. Gate gets a double. That should help massively. The rotation is in now as well. And not enough progress is being made here. Yuki connecting the shot to Dennis will give them the space to go for the plant. Kirby as well to take down Xantares. That's a fantastic flash coming in from North to secure that one, and they trade to success. Very nicely done by North. It looked a little bit sketchy for a second or two there, but they will pull things back into their favor, and in doing so, they've ruined the economy of Big, which this could be the start of something kind of scary for North. They actually take a timeout. Maybe they are trying to figure out the money of Big.
Chinese abacus time, Dan. It's time for the Chinese abacus.
Why not a normal, regular, non-Chinese abacus? Why that one specifically?
Why not a Chinese one?
Well, you can't just say, why not this?
Why not?
Because...
Literally, why not? I can do whatever I want. Chinese abacus time, before I was really interrupted. Figure out the status of their opponent and what is expected. Got some chatter from Gobby and Tabson as well. 4-4, and it will be the 4 spy, not the start Big were looking for. It showed promise very early, but that was soon taken away by North on an eco round, no less, with no grenades. Double scout for Big, Tabson and Dennis. Where will they be headed with these scouts? Will it be towards A again? Here we've got Tabson with the forward play. Having a look, I think he saw something, but there's no connection there. There's a boost. More boosts towards B bomb site, different positions. Trying to catch players off guard. AZ once again jumping around the side of the stairs, being very careful in his approach. Gade has made his way to the short B position, and he's going to take one in the face. Not a good start for North. Do they try to dispose of this weapon? Might be awkward to do so. And no one now is over towards that B area at all for North. They're kind of huddling around the outside of the toilets. They may pursue the A-bomb site quickly.
Well, the creep is real at this point. Absent. Oh, that's unfortunate timing for him as he gets taken down. But maybe Dennis can do what he could not. It's a hard series of shots that need to be connected, and they've gained too much ground at this point. Dennis has to pull out the USP. The flashes will come in, but at this point, there's too much firepower behind this one. North will take the bomb sites. Good response to losing a man, not messing around. But Xantares is making things awkward at the very least in the rear with the gear.
It's doable. He needs to run distraction. They know where he is. I don't know if they know where Tizian is. So if he can try to activate Tizian by running distraction, and maybe something can be done. Huge flashbang, and that is 2 rifles and a 2-1-2. Now it's down to Xantares. He needs to get a 1-versus-1 and avoid getting traded. Valde is just poking and prodding, goes wide, almost gets taken out, but surely the trade was guaranteed if he did. AWP rescue, 2 survive for North, and it's another round in the bag. Didn't think that Big would get so much mileage out of it. I guess Xantares had an option to try and save his rifle, but he had an opportunity afforded to him outside the toilets, and it slowly improved. But it's still eco territory for Big. $2,000 per person, more or less. So it's time for North to pull away and score in money. They've got the Mac 10 on Kiabi, which shows they know what the situation is. AZ could have dropped an AK if they deemed it necessary. But Kiabi can be the information man. He can be the expendable man. He can go and do the research, find out where the CTs are hiding. So if you make your way to the lamppost on Long from a T perspective, it's standing in front of the lamppost, or with it in front of you rather, is a straight pop flash for that toilet position where the CTs are standing. Very easy lineup. Can't go wrong, unless you try really hard to mess it up.
Okay, so this is good information. I think that Yuki spotted another one, and the 2 are spotted towards A. So they pretty much understand where all the players are. They have to make a guess for one, I think. I think Xantares. So they will start to creep in, and they're looking very, very diligent there. Sure to check absolutely everything, leave nothing to chance. And the bomb will go down. So another round converted, 6-4. Big will get a full buyout in the next round. And I would like to see some more aggression from them. They've played a lot of passive rounds. It'd be good to see them get a little aggro. And this is a great map for it. You can do it basically anywhere. Towards Fountain, towards Long, towards Connector, towards Sewers, where Valdi is there, towards Monster. Like, there's all sorts of options that are available. I think a lot of teams like to go for Sewers control to begin with, because once you have Sewers, you get a lot of options to play defensively, because you can take some really annoying positions where one player can kind of hold it down by himself, which allows you to cheat a player over to the A side of the map as well, if you want to continue playing defensively.
Right then, what do Big have in store? What's on the menu? tabseN has got a Mac 10 from the round prior, and it seems that he will hold on to that. So let's see how that affects his playstyle. Well, it's the Mac 10 and a bunch of pistols, but a lot of grenades. Again, in the eco rounds, the half-buy rounds from Big, you see more utility, and you expect more because they've got Godby on their team. So I feel like they're one of the teams who could get more mileage out of a round such as this. But of course, North are very well equipped. They've got plenty of fire to carpet bomb any of these sites. And there go the grenades. 1-2 punch, and Dennis is out. With that, North know they've shown presence of at least 2 people towards the B bomb site. So it seems they will change their focus towards A. And indeed, there are 3 players in B now for Big. Just the one towards the A bomb site. Godby just spotting with his banana gun. And North continue to creep, using the range of Long to abuse their AK advantages.
Again, being diligent. Okay, you may be not able to get away with that jump peek again. And they will creep their way up towards Long. And North looking to be undeterred here by any CTs. There's no actual utility used. It's very surprising, I think, here for Big that it's so deep, so quick. And North will go forth onto that bomb plant. And there it is. They've cleared up everything, so they don't really have to worry about it. Well, they've actually survived with 5 players so far as well. I don't know if that Tizian's interested in going for the hunt here. He's got Kevlar, which will be useful in the following rounds. And some nade. He's got nade set as well, so it's actually quite a bit of value on him.
He's carrying a lot. He is indeed.
Check out that ADR. Nice. Well, that looks cool. It's like Dirty Harry mode. Seen Dirty Harry, James?
I don't watch anime.
Wow.
Three-round lead for North. Now, finally, we may see a full buy from Big. Tizian hasn't bought a rifle just yet. What will it be? An M4. No surprises here. The 1 AWP. There are the double grenades sailing in. Oh, he jumped straight into it as well. Brutality. It's not often you actually see a frag with those grenades. So it's nice to see an example of that. All right, 4 M4s in AWP. Now, last time, I feel like Big put 4 people in the B bomb site, expected of a fast play. This time they've got 3, and it might be that fast play. Maybe not. Maybe it will be. Xantares can't hold on to that short B position, and North continue to swarm, or do they? Things start to slow down, in fact. They're not going to overcommit to this one. They don't want to invite further variance. They've got a 4 versus 4 with a minute 30 on the clock, and that can be to their advantage.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is that you have to remember is that not only did they have that 4v4 advantage all this time, they forced Big to invest more utility because Big think that the push is coming in, so they're going to dump more. They have almost none left. And then also what happens is the A players start rotating, which means they give up their current positions, which then means that what if there was a lurker? Because now that they understand that it was a fake, for all they know, someone could be lurking already in the bathrooms. So they don't really feel confident to take forward positions because it's too risky. So that has given the entire map to North for, well, not for free, obviously. They lost Valde. But that's another reason why I love them pulling out there and sort of just saying, okay, let's just slow it down. And now for Big, they have to play the safest way they know how, which is 2 to a side. But tabseN with the AWP, so this is such a dangerous position to deal with. You can see the first frag is free for tabseN. He falls back here. He's going to get another one, surely. tabseN doing beautiful work with this AWP. Can anyone stop him? Godby will take down AZ as he tries to get a more forward position, but tabseN just locks it down. And that is just it's such a strong position to play the side of dice with the AWP. I mean, if you don't know it's there, James, you are just dead.
The first person he sees is carrying the bomb as well. That's a big red dot on the radar for his entire team. So the rotation starts immediately. Because of his position, he's able to back off behind the APC. And from that bank position, you can stop the Ts from crossing towards the Optimus area, which is nice as well if you're the only person on A and your team are on B to stop a flank by having a diagonal angle on the A bomb site. But beautiful stuff. Comes in with confidence for the last frag. And now we've got issues for North. It is quite back and forth at the beginning. Both teams feeling the struggle. Their faces tell a story. There was brief smiling at the beginning from Big. And now we see some strain on the faces of North. Some fingers on the bridge of the nose. Plenty of body language to be had in this series. What kind of monetary situation are North in? Well, now we can see. The AWPs go from 1 to 2. Tabson and Xantares with the second AWP. Often it will be Dennis, but today on Overpass, it'll be Xantares.
Yeah, he can do it all. Xantares can do it all. I like how his name is like always been in all caps. It's like the most aggressive way to do it possible.
He's constantly shouting.
Okay. The creep through monster. This is a contact play into B, and there's 3 players here to receive. And Tizian is there, knocking him down, burning him up, and there's no way to move forward past that smoke at this point. This has just gone terribly wrong. North can just try to reset this situation. Oh my god, no. Xantares, that's almost very poor timing. Gets out of there in time, though.
That is, you've got to get someone else to throw those support grenades. He'll still deliver the kill, though, but that could have been, in another situation, North get back into the round with an opportunity there. Unfortunate timing for North. Pretty solid hold and expectation from Big, because if North get through that choke point, so they're able to burst, to run wide, to swing wide with 3+ players, then all going monster may lead to some kind of fruition, but the Molotov timing is perfect, the spray down is perfect from Big. And now they can try to build a little money on their CT side, because they're still in a very fragile situation. The same can be said for North, of course. Gades will be able to drop, Valde can drop a gun for Yugi, or for Kiabi, and Kiabi can throw the AWP over. So North should be able to buy again if they can survive with these 2 players, which looks likely. But that was a very important hold for Big.
Yeah, it was, and honestly, doing it against a contact play is not the easiest thing in the world. By definition, you don't expect it. It's a good defense from Big, holding on. 6 rounds is not bad at all on the CT side. I mean, it really depends with the teams that you see playing against each other, sort of how sided a map can be sometimes, especially these days. As generally, generally what tends to happen is when a map comes out, it's very CT sided, and part of the reason is because teams don't know how to use utility yet to do a variety of things. And then as teams figure out all the strategies and tactics and utility usages on the T side, it starts to become a lot easier, and you start to kind of understand how to deal with the common dangerous angles from the CTs. But speaking of dangerous things from the CTs, we've got Dennis on the push. That's absolutely mad, but Yugi's just going to hear it, I think. That is not a good sign for Big, losing Dennis early in this round. Tabson's out there with the AWP. You might want him to deliver something here so that at least it's not a free kill. But it might end up being the case. Is he investigating towards Monster just lurking in this position? Seeing if he can get somebody to throw some nades to give him some information.
Tabson able to escape into the smoke just in time. Running backwards through that smoke it's not an easy task to line that up. Xantares is spotted falling back. Looking in the toilets, will be flashed off as well, so Big are forced to concede a lot of position here towards the A bomb site, and both Xantares and Tabson with these orbs had very forward positions. Again, the 4 versus 5, they're looking for something. They want to get something back, but the flashbangs have done a great job. And now the task gets harder for Big. They've got less space with which to maneuver as North look to collapse on the B bomb site. The grenade starts to stream, and that's a great start though, and a great transfer. Teaser looking for a third. A flying god. Big can't do the job though. Just bouncing in the air. I don't know if that was deliberate, but here we are. A shot in the back from Tabson, and maybe there's still a chance for Big. Xantares turns things around, leaving Yugi alone. 1 versus 2. Orb versus Orb. Tag Xantares through the wall, I think. Got to catch the bomb.
Oh, he missed it.
Down to 5 HP now, running straight into a HE. And there's an angle for Tabson. Both orbs survive for Big. and it's the last round of the first half.
tabseN is just such a monster. Like, he comes in at the perfect time. If the bomb is not dropped there, they're probably fine. They're probably fine to get the bomb plant and everything else and clear out the bomb site, deal with the remaining player on that side. But no, tabseN denies everything, and that'll be 7-7. And yeah, Big have been doing a really good job actually in a lot of these rounds. Not the best start in the world, but one of you going for North. Yuki's on that Deeg. He's quite good with the Deeg, as is most dedicated AWP players. You know, that first bullet precision is what it's all about. So here they are moving through connector now into tabseN. There's the smoke in a timely manner. Oh my God, that's so much info.
Run, run, run. Will he be able to escape back to the site? The smoke is still up, but he's just going to stand there. What a brazen play. He's got support smoke from his teammate. Is there a flashbang for the right-hand peak? He can let his teammates focus on that. Tizian trying to flank in T-spawn, taken out by AZ in the meantime. AZ, the B lurker for North. Still staying around the T-spawn area. Still shortcomings for North. Yugi just on a deagle at the moment. They're looking to use these numbers to abuse the A bomb site. There's a smoke for them to creep. Gobby's repositioning. Those sound cues will be heard by the Ts who are creeping. Vade looking for something over the smoke. So is Kiabi. They're so close to the site. There's only 2 players here. The players on B are so far away. The rotation's not going to be quick. tabseN will take out Kiabi though. The rotation starting. Some fadeaway flashbangs to try and buy some more time for the rotation. And North is still stuck at the choke point. They're not on the site just yet. 25 seconds, they've got bomb plant pressure as well, trying to create space for the Molotov, but there's still space behind it. Still tabseN harassing, and now 3 of the 4 players are here. Make it 2 because Gobby's been taken out and the bomb will get planted.
tabseN's so nice, but can he really pull this one off? He can't. Vade will take him down. It's too much to handle as Dennis comes in from the back.
On the back.
And that's going to be that. 8-7, North will edge out a lead at the end of the first half, but this still remains to be anyone's as we go into the commercial.
Welcome back to Berlin, Germany, where this match continues. The halves will change and the carnage will resume. It's been a difficult back and forth. We've seen a lot of AWP, and now maybe North could enjoy the luxury of the CT angles once they get there. But first comes the Brofists and then the pistol round. 1 more Brofist to go. No massages this time before the half begins. All right, then. So we've got really good odds for North in this series, but the score is reasonably close. 8-7. It's as close as it can be at halftime. We've got Kevlar for all of the North squad. No defuse kits, no flashbangs, no grenades, nothing like that. Gobby and Tizian will be the utility men. No P250s for Big, so they will have a range disadvantage unless they look to close it towards the B bomb site, which appears to be the case. We've got flashes from Gobby at the back as they charge in. Xantares hunting for something, but North at the back of the site. How do they retake with no nades? We'll soon find out. Big continues to charge. It's a huge headshot from Xantares, and they will continue to take more real estate away, making it really hard for North to rotate into this bomb site.
But it is a pistol, and headshots can always get it done. So you're never down, you're never out until you're all dead. Oh, that's not a bad shot from Yugi. AZ picks up 1-2, so it's evened up. And it gets even better for the North lads as the bomb gets tapped there to apply even more pressure, force more players to peek. And they know where the last one is. It's Tizzy, and he's so low on HP. Kirby, all he has to do is find Tizzy in 11 health, 1 shot, and he'll get it. And he doesn't even need the kits. He doesn't need the kit. He's that good. This man was not... Oh, that's new.
Multimeter.
Was that always there?
No, it's when they added the tentacles.
No, but like, how long has that been in the game? Because I've never noticed that before.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, because that looks new. It looks different.
I don't know.
Either way, nice retake coming in from North. Again, it was quite a difficult one, but they managed to hit those initial 2 headshots that allowed them to do it. But Big got the bomb plant, and they got some kills themselves, so we have a full buy from them. It looks like Gobby's dropped a Krieg for Tabson. So Tabson is the raid boss here for the team. He even has full utility. Fancy that.
Right. Gobby's donated, leaving him with $50, a deagle, and no Kevlar.
He's a philanthropist.
North in a position to win. But then maybe so a Big. This will be an interesting exchange. Very interesting indeed. Do Big have enough utility to get into position though? They've got Tabson with 2 flashes. If he were to get taken out, then it would be pretty rough. They would need a human decoy. Maybe Gobby would be that person. All things considered in this round. A boost over the smoke for Tabson, looking for a curious CT. Catches Yugi rotating, catches him off guard, takes him by surprise. And 1 gimmick play over a smoke can be enough if they can convert on this. Gade is in the short B position, which is going to allow North to rotate a 3rd player towards the A bomb site. I do believe he pushed Monster. So there can be a stronger hold of A, as long as Gade is safe in that position, in the corner of the water. There is a Molotov for that, but of course, Big are very light on Molotovs and other grenades, creeping so close to the A bomb site. Look at the time on the clock, 20 seconds. This burst is going to be immense.
If Faraday knows about Dennis, who is really close, must have heard him at this point. Then goes the push, and they're going to make it really difficult. That's such an important flash that comes in there. Kirby does go down, but maybe enough has been done. Just Xantares left, just Xantares as he pushes forwards. He does get dinked by the MP9, but there's no time now. There's just no time. Gade survives with 7 HP. He got 2 kills on the flank. Beautiful stuff from him. And that's going to be a wrap. But what a dangerous round. I mean, those rounds are difficult to survive, but they survived it together. And now they know that an eco is in store, and there was no bomb plant. That's also pretty key, because they lost so many weapons themselves. They need time to recover on that CT side.
Let's have a look at how this round is looking. It's looking pretty ropey.
Oh, they go
again.
for it.
Yeah, they do.
They mad.
Well, they've got the... I mean, they should have, even with the new in-game leader and so on and the difficulties, they should have the ideas for rounds such as this, because Gobby is a nerd. There's a boost in a short position. There's the bottom, there's the top, and the top is taken off. Another early frag for Big. But they can't retrieve that weapon any time soon. And after showing that presence, they'll move elsewhere. Now, we saw a push from North in the previous round, and we're seeing it again. Oh no, we're not just yet. I can see Gade next to the tunnel on the mini-map. So in the previous round, he went through the tunnel to the short B position, which allowed him to have more players towards A. But now we've got Tizian showing some presence towards that B bomb site. There's no rotation, though, from the A players. Kiabi is deep in long, and Valde may just spot something here soon. Oh dear, he doesn't have too much help as they try to swarm. But if they go too wide towards long, then Kiabi can take Tabson out. Nothing's happened just yet somehow. There we go, and now he runs into the crossfire, Dennis, and there will be trades on the site. Maybe there's a chance for the bomb to go down, but Kiabi still alive here is a huge problem.
Yeah, they're still aware of him, and he pushes forwards. The flashbang comes out in perfect timing from Yugi. Brilliant work from him in the flank on a flank as Tizian is the last man standing, and if you're the last man, then the flank is not nearly as powerful. You can see they're eliminating all of the options. They know where the bomb is. They're taking up good positions. There is a trifecta of doom here for Tizian to have to contend with. And I don't know if there's even any guns in his vicinity to be picked up. Obviously closer to Dice. There's a Deagle there, but it's hardly an improvement. He needs a rifle. His teammates. Oh, we'll spot Kirby, and he's picked up an M4, but there's no time here. And he needs to make. Is he going to die after time? What's this play? He does have the M4. Okay, Yugi's going for it. Oh my God, Yugi!
Oh.
No one dies. I can't believe it. What on earth was that? 11-7 for North as they take more of a lead here against Big on Overpass. Indeed, nice pastel colors from Tizian's mouse and Bungie combo. I bet your mouse and Bungie are not that coordinated, James.
I don't even know what color it is. Black? I think it's black on black. 4-round lead for North, and Bigger on some more pistols now. Finally, we see an eco round with a cameo appearance from Tizian's M4. Well, an M4 he's holding. Doesn't really belong to him, technically speaking. Gade getting cheeky in case of a push. A little jiggle. Always nice for the CTs to have the smoke on that side of the tunnel for some more warning of a push, and there is a nasty headshot with the Krieg. Doesn't cost him much. 20 HP, that'll do. Another deep smoke, lots of spray, walks into it. That's going to be more costly. Still going to stand his ground and get some more spray in.
Yeah, it's quite funny. Like, they're all spamming it, and he's like, this is an invitation to try to get a frag. Although, of course, the risk is like so huge that you just die for free. I'm not sure if I agree with the peak there, but he gets the result. And Big are still trying to get themselves into some kind of a position where they can either get some damage or a bomb plant. The bomb plant seems so far away now, so it might be this boost to maybe open things up slightly. This may not be anticipated, actually.
This boost is so cool because the person below you doesn't need to crouch, so you don't need to jump and expose yourself as you do in most boosts, but Tizian's fallen off, and those sound cues will certainly be heard. I'm pretty sure Big know that 2 of the 3 players are short B. That was way too much information. One error causes a push from Kiabi. There's a free kill for Gade as well in a sneaky position, and this is falling to pieces like a dog through Jenga. 5-round lead now for North. Pretty good round for them. Building a little money.
Yeah, it's looking like they've stabilized now. It's been a couple scary rounds from Big, but North have been good playing with their backs against the wall on the bomb sites. They always get the flashes in the nick of time and so on. That's a nice opening from Gade. I got to say, it's pretty mad. You know, you got a bunch of players spamming the smoke. Like, yes, this is my time to walk into that. See if I can get a kill against a bunch of pistols. I feel like the risk reward is in question, but anyway, we have ourselves that 12-7 scoreline, and Big might have to deal with some early round aggression here. We've got Kirby towards the bicycle there on the long position. They got a 3-man setup on long. You don't often see that. It's quite rare because look at all they've given up. They've given up all of middle, all of the bathrooms, all of sewers. They've given up a huge chunk of the map. So you have to either push with it eventually to make up for that lack of info, or you got to have something. You got to have something. You can't just sit there forever. So Yuki will rotate back. Presumably Valdi can go into the bathrooms and Kirby can start pushing. But perhaps they just read the pace of Big to be extremely slow, because if that's the case, then holding and waiting for a long time is the correct move. So many boosts on this map, it's unreal, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't see this one as much as some of the others, but it will be working quite beautifully. How do you communicate this position? Well, apparently he can, because Dennis will trade the kill. And now Big have position on the site. However, Kiabi is flanking, is coming in from the back. Sees no one towards Monster just yet. They've gone past his angle, but he could be crucial. So could this HG, because Dennis is on the site. Now he's gone. Just left in the past is Dennis. 4 versus 3 in favor of North. And again, Kiabi's going to be really key. Is anybody going to be looking for this? Santara's in a short position. Can maybe do something. Valley creeping around. The smoke gets taken out. Gobi's in the water, doing huge damage, leaving Kiabi alone now. 1 versus 1. Tizian's down to the Desert Eagle. Can he pick up a rifle? He can. He's got armor as well. Kiabi has absolutely no idea where he is. Tizian's a non-believer on the beat, but he's starting to walk up to check the site. And he will get that final kill. Such a huge round for Big in this first map of this best of 3 series. 8 rounds to the 12 of North.
That was pretty gnarly there from God B. He would do so much damage from that position. And part of it was because North were a little bit lacking in coordination when they pushed that position. We saw the disjointed attack there from them, which allowed God B to get enough time between kills to, well, to be able to get all the 3 kills. 3 1v1s, in fact. And that is a mistake that North cannot let happen against Big. Big taking full advantage. Bosh. Oh, that's absolutely perfect as well. His HP was very low, but that second kill from God B is not too bad, is it? In the smoke, you can barely see him from his POV. It's so funny, isn't it, how Furia were a team like buying 3 to 4 Kriegs, and, you know, a few months on, now everyone's finally understood. Okay, yeah, the Krieg is legit.
The Aug's fallen off a bit, though.
Well, the nerf made it a lot less desirable for the cost against the M4. I mean, I think there's lots of positions, lots of spots where the Aug is still really good. Because it's scoped in, it's still good. But as unscoped, it's not as good. I think we actually don't see it quite enough because at the scope, there's a lot, like on this map, there's a lot of spots which are really good with the Aug, and same for like Train and Dust 2 and so on. But people favoring the cheaper M4 3100 instead of 3300. Definitely favorable in this kind of a round where North have limited money. You can see that they don't even have a kit. Vade has a helmet for some reason. I'm not sure why he's got a helmet. But
if he gets shot through a wall in the head.
Yeah, but it could have been an extra grenade, James, of which they have limited amounts of.
You raise a good point there.
How about that?
The player in the red for both sides. AZ and Tizian with a combined 17 HP. Xantares creeping through. He's ready for the headshot. Of course he is. It's Xantares. AZ creating some space with the smoke grenade, but there's 2 men seen towards the toilet. So what exactly is going on? Where do you put yourself if you're North? You've got presence on B, presence around toilets. You haven't seen the bomb because it's almost in T spawn moving towards the bomb site. So it is guesswork. Kiabi slowly moving upper while there are 2 players, I think, in B. AZ takes out Xantares moonwalking through the smoke, but can he get another one? He can. Tizian in the red. Now he's dead. 3 players on the site, though. He needs help, AZ, and he won't get it in time.
Man, this is tough. Kirby, oh, we absolutely needed that one. Yugi's dead meat if he tries to keep going. Does get a tag, but not the headshot that he needed. And Big put another one on the board. So they start to climb, start to reduce the deficit. And the money for North is gone, so they don't really have much to offer up here. So this is the moment where Big can really take over. This is their time.
The last time I saw those updated odds, I think it was 6 point something for Big. So if you're a fan, then you know, and you've got that disposable income, then maybe crazy things will happen. I do wonder. North are going to stack the connector area. Close range with the USPs, the numbers. It's nice to sandwich connector around such as this. Oh, they're outside actually. This is not the angle you normally see. I guess if they had P250s and so on, then maybe they would be more inclined to go inside. But again, it's the motorcade boost. Oh dear. Dennis has got to be careful. That's a nice bounce for the HE, but there's still 4 players to deal with. You've got some high health support in Tabson, and Yugi will be the next victim. Kiabi soon to follow. And now it's just Vale. Can't even finish a sentence because he's dead. The gap is now 2. North looking to have another half by it seems.
Yes, I was going to say I'm so happy they're doing this because there's lots of teams that would just fall by there. If you fall by, yeah, sure, you can get some M4s, but you're not going to have an AWP. You're not going to have full nades. You're not going to have kits on everyone. You're not going to have the helmets if you want them. Like, yeah, you can get a rifles and Kevlar and a couple nades, but that's not, like, it's Overpass. You can do so much with the full buy and the AWP. So I'm so happy they've done this. A lot of teams just stress out and be like, oh, we've got to buy, how are we're losing the lead. Looking for the long game. That's a nice pick from Tabson. Gabe goes down, and AZ will as well. So the B1 site's been cleaned up already. Oh, the lineup's not too bad there for Dennis either, but...
Lineups.
Oh, Kirby can take away that AK. So now that's actually a dynamic that North can play with. Kirby's got Kevlar, 3 nades and an AK. You want to save those. Ooh, okay, now it gets a bit interesting.
Now it gets less interesting because Vale was taken out in a second. It seems Kirby's going to try his luck. He has a hell of a lot to lose in this situation, so maybe he's hiding in plain sight. The balcony will be re-smoked, and as long as a HE from Xantares doesn't come through, then he might just be okay.
I like this a lot because Kirby is in the safest way he can, playing for kills. I actually do think if he could get a kill, that it's more valuable than saving what he has, just because they will have a buy next round regardless, and presumably, you know, if they can pick up that buy round to do more damage, they're going to be keeping Big's economy more in check, and so I would be a fan of that. But Big are playing it incredibly safe, as safe as they can.
This late in the rounds, it's better to secure his own economy with a little addition of a rifle. And AK is always good on the CT side. 12-11 is the score. No time to be messing around. No dilly-dallying, as they say in the queue at Wimbledon. And there's a tactical pause from Big. They have an opportunity ahead of them, moving into Inferno as a second map where it's possible they could take a W there. They can feel more confident than at the beginning of this day on that particular map. If they can take this map, if they can close this out, then who knows what is possible? Who knows how far they can go? And North have to be concerned. They may not voice their concerns, but at the back of their heads, they may be thinking, there's no way we can drop this map. This is the pick of North.
Yeah. Makes sense as well. I mean, I think Big have had an up and down pass with Overpass. I really liked when they had Tabs and Smuya on this map together. That was pretty cool. Oh dear. Oh, that's actually a huge molly to miss. And that, oh my god.
Oh, that was such a big opportunity for Yugi, and this is falling to absolute pieces. They are being melted like a marshmallow on a barbecue on this B bomb site, but maybe AZ can turn things around, turn the gas off. Around the barrels, around the smoke. It's a really tough position for Big to deal with, and Valde will make great use of the positions, and North will hold that one down. That was looking really desperate.
Yeah. Like, if you look at how awful that looked right at the beginning versus how convincing it looked right at the end, it's kind of mad. The fact that, you know, Big, I mean, firstly, Big missed their molly, which is interesting because in some senses it almost helps because they all ran through Monster, and it meant that there was zero warning, like zero warning. It was just a straight rush in through Monster. Obviously, North were not prepared for that, and they lost 2 players instantly. I have no idea how AZ managed to hold on. Must have been some pretty amazing team flashes from his teammates. But we had the 3-man long setup again, which to me also suggests that North must have been watching some demos, because 3 long is quite, I mean, it's a rather rare way to kind of do things here on Overpass, especially if you don't push with it. Kind of makes me think that they're expecting a really slow pace from Big as well. And again, let's not forget that look at all this space you're giving up. You're giving up connector for free, you're giving up divider for free, you're giving up sewers for free. And you're investing 3 players towards long. That is such a huge investment. And this time is different because Big have actually taken all those positions that North did not have. And they've also got Dennis, who's pushed up divider. So either from Big sides, they're playing ultra passive, or Big know what they're doing.
Juicy apples thrown towards barrel position. But Gate is still hiding, and that might be a problem if Xantares doesn't consider this a possibility. Gate is still alive, he's still got grenades, and Valde's pushed down long in the meantime. That's the bomb carrier as well. 40 seconds, and that needs to be retrieved by Tabson, but it's still an opportunity. Okay, now he spotted him. An exchange of grenades. Gate trying to reposition. He will finally get taken out. Still smokes up on the B bomb site, and that bomb's still rotating, but safely. 30 seconds left. AZ creeping. There's only 2 players remaining. Can he survive, though? Does he jump onto the rail? He does. Crouching, trying to play for the bomb plant. They're lining up for him. The transfer is there. Looking for Xantares. Falling to the water. He's alone now. 1 versus 2. But there's not enough time to survive. Xantares will take him out.
Good effort from AZ. That was real close. I have to say, though, James, that 3-man long setup really seems to just handicap North entirely. they give up so much map control, and they don't really get any value from it. The only value you get from that is if the other team decides that they're going to open up a default by playing into long, and that's not happened, I don't think, in a single round from Big so far. So that round has cost North both times. They've run it.
Oh dear. Bad time to be poor. Round 26.
Yeah.
But they'll have a good buy in the next round.
The other thing I'll say as well is that when Big got up divider, Gobby immediately knew that North had at least 2 players long, and he just locked his Krieg on long and just gets a free kill. So because you don't do anything for so long, Big took all the map control. They know there's only 2 places you can be at that point, either on the A side, or on the B side, or on long. Okay, it's 3 places.
All right, Gade creates some space. These smokes can be a nuisance. He's trying to dodge bullets though, but in the meantime, AZ and Gade, in fact, with the headshots. So maybe this one, it won't be so simple after all. North with a man advantage, and they have position thanks to those smokes. There's no bomb plant pressure just yet for Big, but they keep getting traded. They don't have that advantage. There's so many smokes, it means variance on both sides, but it's North holding the angles. Still only Valde with the rifle. If there was one more bullet for God B, there'd be one less player. Yugi down to 3 HP. There goes Kiabi, though. Valde still has that rifle. Yugi gets traded. Now it's the 1 versus 1, and North win a very unlikely round. They had no right to win that kind of round.
Where the hell did that one come from? Those Deagles, wow. I think Big definitely felt so confident running in there when they were definitely obviously not expecting to get 2 players immediately taken down there. And that wastes so much time as well, because when you lose 2 players at the front of the push instantly, suddenly you have to, like, you know, those CTs who get their kills, they can just like bait each other, they can slow things down, they can play behind cover, they can kill a lot of time, and the rotation comes in very well there for North. And what a turnaround again in a really catastrophic moment. Big, their money. If they lose this round, they have no money. If they lose this round, this map is over. There is enormous pressure on Big here to take this round, and Gade is actually pushing into sewers. The flashbang could not be more perfect. The timing is unbelievable there from North, and this is something we've not seen from them either, and they're pulling it out, and again, the most important round, effectively.
Yeah, a gimmick at a time like this could be beautiful. Kiabi sees no shadow through the smoke as players move through toilets, but I'm sure he got the sound cues. North in comfort. Look at Gade on the radar again. He is moving towards T-spawn. He's flanking, and North, they're going to delay with the flashbangs and try and keep these players in situ. But there's no information towards short B now if he goes for a flank all the way around T-spawn Gade. So he's kind of stuck in his position, keeping an eye on Monster. In the meantime, North are holding down the A bomb site with 4 players. But now Big is starting to... There's still a round connector. Valde gets taken out, but they haven't committed to A just yet. Does Gade go to connector? No, he's going a long way. But Tizian's still creeping around that connector position, but a bomb keeps going forward. That smoke, so much delay from North. I don't think Big realize why they're getting flashed and so on. They're looking behind him. They're starting to back off, and there is Gade coming in from the back of 2 kills. He might have done enough. Tizian's got 30 seconds to collect this bomb, and he's got 3 more players to find. He must know he's a B player. If he's come from there, then what are the options? He doesn't have too much time to wait. Maybe we've got some kind of fake smoke grenade being deployed. Oh, that's beautiful and very quick from Tizian, but he's got 13 seconds and he's still moving towards A, but he's walking towards A. How on earth is he going to plant a bomb with such little time on the clock? There's no need for anybody to peek him until they hear the beeps. There will be no beeps. It is game point for North.
And there'll be no money, especially with no bomb plant. There's absolutely no money left in the bank here for the likes of Big. So, I mean, we saw North win a very unlikely round, so there's no reason why we should count out Big from being able to do the same. In fact, of course, we saw that very fact. In fact, that is what allowed Big to take Dust 2 against Ancient earlier today, was that they had some incredible rounds, unlikely rounds, and we get 2 MAC-10s, 2 P250s, and a UMP. That is, if your best gun is a UMP, you know, you definitely have some problems, to say the least. So here we go. Yugi will take some information towards the fountain, and Dennis will try to run around the corner, try to punish, but there's support for Yugi as well in Kirby. Down a man early. Got 6 nades between 2 players. That's it for nades.
Jumping to his doom, Tabson. Basically walking the plank. 3 players remain for Big. Looks like they've run out of steam towards the end of Overpass. And maybe this will be a relief for North, considering it is their pick and it has looked really difficult. Flying through the smoke, though, is Xantares. Maybe it's not over just yet. Valde around the flames has less to worry about now. Yugi is activated. And there it is, 16-12 on Overpass for North. A rough game of Overpass, but they do get the W on their pick.
Yeah, and in a series like this, you really have to do it, especially for North, get that confidence in there. But it's time for a quick commercial. We'll be... Actually, no, hang on.
No,
I'm jumping the gun. I'm jumping the gun. I'm misleading everyone.
You've got to wait for production. And it's definitely not an effort breakdown. I can't believe you're doing it.
I'm sorry, James.
Well, I think it's a showing from Big that they can be happy with.